The astrology of the new earth. What? The astrology of the new earth. Oh my God. What a bold statement. And this class is being anchored in my being for many years now. And I have always felt very rebellious when talking about astrology and teaching about astrology. And today I can understand why, because I'm meant to share astrology for the new earth. I'm meant to talk about how we can utilize astrology in whichever system you feel called, sidereal and or tropical, according to the rhythm of your soul beyond what anybody tells you. It's finally making sense to me, and isn't that beautiful? That's the gorgeous thing about being alive. You allow for the teachings that come through you to grow. You allow yourself to grow. You allow yourself to explore and tune yourself to the calling. And this was my calling. My calling was, you will teach astrology for the new earth, because what you are witnessing right now is not calling you and it won't call you. So don't even try, babe. Why would you try something that ain't it? That ain't it, my love. That ain't it. Okay, so no matter the system that we decide with astrology to follow, because there's a lot of talk about sidereal and tropical, we still have seasons. We're still on Earth. We still have a sun. We still see a moon. Okay? No matter how we relate with these planets and the system that we decide to utilize, these are facts. You got a human body. You got a body. Your body has minerals. If you are in your fertile years, you bleed. For men, you come. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are going there. Welcome to the new earth. With the utmost respect, may we always honor our truth, our sexuality, our humanity. No wonder we're having an awakening with sexuality, just with astrology. We're just going back to our roots. My goodness. And yes, and for women and men, orgasms, more than coming from the sacredness. And FYI, we also came into this earth. So isn't it beautiful to see each other as living organisms? The planets are also alive. The sky is alive. We are alive. And then we're in a point where, okay, we're remembering that we're going to our ancestors, like to the old ways where this was like a matriarchy and it was female led. But that's not what I want to touch here. What I want to touch here, okay, applying that how it used to be, that we were syncing with the cycles. Let's apply it now to the new earth, where we're headed for the ascension on earth. Because when we were anchoring astrology in the olden times, where we had these practices with the solstices, equinoxes, it was from the old paradigm. Humanity was still developing itself. Yes, we had rituals, we had our ways with nature. But now that we're remembering, we're applying that, and now that we have to mix it with the evolution of us as humanity, and now that we're mixing it with our DNA awakening to our codes, our cosmic codes, now we're talking about on astrology to support Earth ascension. So Earth can go into the next evolutionary stage. And we're living citizens of Earth. So we play a part in that. And that's where astrology becomes so key. Why? Because it leads us to our mission. It leads us to know ourselves, our identity, our egos, which are so sacred and needed. Because that was the deal to be human. Oh, you want to have orgasms, pleasure experiences, eat good food, see beautiful landscapes, fall in love, well, my love, you're gonna have ego, and you're gonna have a bit of unresolved karma from other star systems and also from Mother Earth. So that was the deal. And this is also for a course, another course, which is Akashic Records of Unraveling Our Soul. So let's not get too much into the soul. Yet, astrology, your birth chart, in whichever system that you decide to work, is a snap of your soul in this lifetime. And when you start to decode, to explore, to clarify this system, this birth chart, the more you align with what you came here to do. And the more you align with your mission. And this is something I do want to say. The mission is already happening once you're here. Like, to be here is a mission. And there's the second level of the mission. To be alive is a feat in itself. And then the second part is, oh, okay, I'm alive. Let me really understand what I came here to do. And astrology allows you to see what you came here to do, what you're good at, what are your talents. And usually, where you shine is where people have told you, unfortunately, don't shine. And then, by reigniting your soul from this picture, this capture, this birth chart, you get to reclaim who you are and understand, oh, part of the karma, part of the initiation, people were going to tell me I was too much, I was too loud, I was this, I was that, and then I stopped being who I was, and now I'm going to reclaim who I am. First, because my birth chart is saying that, or is pinpointing to be a leader, pinpointing to be loud. But second, because I realize I get to call that for myself. I get to really be who I came here to be. Nobody told me I needed to be. Nobody took away from me. In my sovereign power, I align with my highest potential. And this is where we perceive the birth chart as a gateway for awakening, a gateway for development, an empowering tool. Yes, we will also see challenges, but better. Usually, when on a birth chart, you see, man, I see Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, or Saturn, the discipline guy, the karma guy, the lord of karma. Usually when you see a heavy transit, when you see something heavy happening in the chart, you will see a trauma or a challenging situation in your life. But I want to dare you, and this is exactly what I wanted to do this class, I want to invite you to see it, oh, but this is exactly what's taking me into my empowerment, as painful as it is. And we're not talking about bypassing, not going deep into our healing. We're talking about seeing the heavy transits, the challenges, the tough stuff in our chart as gateways to know ourselves more and to liberate even further and to create even miracles in our life. Because by seeing the pain, communing with the pain, healing the pain, integrating it, and allowing ourselves to go into the next evolutionary stage, man, is ever expanding and ever evolving. The miracle will show itself right then and there. The positivity, the blessing. This what I'm saying is all about frequency. All about frequency. I do a mix of Akashic Records reading with astrology birth charts. I've been practicing with astrology since I'm 23 years old. First with boyfriends, girlfriends, friendships, with family members. And then I became very serious about it when I started studying astrology with my teacher. God bless him. It changed my life. Back in 2019. And then I practiced 101 with him, was mentored with him for more than 5 years. And it was life changing. Life changing. And what I can say to you, astrology is a lived experience. Astrology is an oracle deck that when you look at it, you look at your birth chart, it will inform you. Don't get lost. Sovereignty time. I want to invite you to go beyond getting lost. Is it sidereal? Is it tropical? You reclaim that. Babe, you reclaim your relationship with astrology. Because even if tropical astrology, the astrology that we know, even if it has been manipulated, when you consecrate it for your highest good in the light of God, untouchable, 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 and it's going to serve a purpose for guidance. And then if you decide to utilize sidereal, it's gonna happen in the same way. You will consecrate it to the light of God and it will inform you. But it's from a personal power. Because there are so many distractions and we must and need to continuously look at ourselves when we see our birth charts, when we see our astrology charts. And also, make no mistake, even I've been getting into jinkies, and I've been getting into human design. Fascinating. And enneagrams too, but the focus here is astrology. But exactly what I'm trying to say. These are tools. These are universal tools that are helping us into our relationship with life, in our life, to get to know ourselves more, to be more in tune with our missions, with our path, with our design that has every potential. Don't you ever, and I know I'm being like, I want to invite you to see your birth chart as an ever opportunity for growth. The astrology of the old paradigm is fear-based. It is suffering-based. It is, it's going to take you most of your life to achieve that. Instead of looking at it, hey, you will purify yourself so much that God loves you to the inch degree, and your higher self knew this, so it's gonna take a longer for you to achieve certain things, but you're gonna have pleasure in it. You're gonna enjoy it. You see the difference? Oh, it's gonna take you so long. You're gonna have to be patient. Patient in life, go slow too. Oh, you're purifying yourself. You're mastering yourself. You will always be abundant till certain things happen in your life. Make no mistake. And then we're also constantly revitalizing these concepts of astrology into the new earth, ascension of earth. It's imperative that we understand our path, our personality, our blind spots, and we will continue to have blind spots. We will reach an orgasmic point of awareness, and then a month later is gonna be like, what was I thinking? Welcome to earth. The solution, solution can be to make the intent to make it a prayer daily, to really serve the light. So in your own unawareness and in your own evolutionary path, you don't hurt anybody. And you do what you came here to do, which is to be alive, to be happy, because that raises the frequency on earth. Now, what makes you happy? Astrology time is what you discover in your birth chart. The birth chart is a permission slip. It is an indication and the diagnostic of what you're good at. But like I'm saying about seeing the challenges, and then instead of seeing the challenge, seeing the opportunity of mastery and miracle in it, it also goes with what you're good at. The astrology chart is gonna say many possibilities about what you're good at, but it's not until you live astrology that you can allow yourself to come to life. You live astrology you go into living your life with this guidance. You don't give your power away to an astrologer who read your chart yet. Oh, this kind of resonates. I'm really triggered about this, but I cannot stop thinking about it. Let me give it a shot. Maybe no in that moment, but maybe years later. Example, my astrologer teacher told me, Oriana, you're really good at art. Like you could work in a museum. I have worked in museums. I had kind of done it, but because of free will and also our own mission that can only be known by us and by our higher selves and by the daily choices that we make, which become our destiny. And that's why when we surrender to the light, we can truly be guided to take actions that are aligned, because the light won't lead you astray from what really is good for you. So, oh my God, like so much information pouring through. So my astrology teacher told me, try with art. And then, yes, I received that. Yes, I kept going to museums, I kept enjoying art, but I had to apply art in my own unique way. One of the options, which this happens in astrology readings, he told me, work in a museum, like I mentioned. So that's usually what happens in astrology readings. They tell you, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, okay? These are seeds. But in my young earth journey, I have understood that I still need to do what I'm meant to do. Like there's so much that somebody can tell me that I cannot drop everything so I can go and work in a museum just because somebody told me. Yet, years after he told me that, I find myself posting on Instagram art pictures on my feed. You get what I'm saying? One of the manifestations of my possibility in working at a museum and my deep connection with art can be manifested in numerous ways. And by allowing myself to just sit with it and allow life to lead me and try new stuff, I ended up continue to go into museums, having a lot of pictures on my phone of art pieces. And then one day, without planning it much, I started to utilize art pictures on my website and on my Instagram feed. Why? Because I love art. So you live astrology. Even if there are possibilities for you to experience your birth chart that are being told to you, I want to really invite you to follow the beat of your heart and follow the sacred timelines of your life. Instead of rushing to connecting with something in a certain way that you're good at, allow it to unfold. And I'm telling you, the more you connect with your heart, the more you do this work, the more you heal, the more you remember, the more what you're good at comes naturally. And it will weave through it. It will weave through it. And now I know, oh, of course, I see myself painting and being connected with art, but in a way that is sovereign to me. In a way that, oh yeah, absolutely, I see myself working with a museum, but as an artist, not as an art collector, which I could be. But according to what I'm currently working in my life, you see how important it is? So when you receive a message like, oh, you're such a leader, oh, how can you allow that message to become true and sovereign in you? And then making it your own. Astrology is all about living it. You live astrology and you make it your own. Mind you, when my astrologer teacher told me I was good at art, that was a confirmation. And it certainly didn't make me doubt my outs to the museum. On the contrary, I was like, oh, but like I love art. This of course I'm gonna try this. Like he confirmed something, even though I'm not approaching it like he advised me, I'm gonna go to museums because I know it raises my vibration. Same with the sports. and same with the things that you like. The more you connect with your birth chart, the more you realize that you don't want to be anybody else. And you become immune to comparison. The more you realize how good you are for what you are meant to be good at, the more you will be able to detach from the blueprints and emanations of others, which are perfect and necessary. Isn't that amazing? Now, to finalize,